we are out at the pond today, and if you follow me for any length of time, you know that I've got an algae problem. The best way to solve that problem is biologically, not chemically. I've thrown chemicals at it, and I'm going to start doing different things now. Next year is going to be instead of treating the problem with chemicals, next year is going to be more of a preventative, starting early in the spring, preventing stuff. But right now I've got a big algae bloom. I really need to just drag it off the pond. So this is the pond skimmer that I've made. It's a groundwork. Again, I'll leave. I didn't get this on Amazon because I was just in a hurry. Amazon's got some better deals on it. But basically it's a 3-foot, 36-inch rake, landscape rake. Does great on landscapes. The teeth are just really nice, thick, strong, not going to have a problem. I put 2 pieces of insulation, pipe insulation on it. I couldn't find a pool noodle anywhere. A pool noodle or 2 would be best for this. I couldn't find one. It's at the end of summer, and they just, everywhere I went, just did not have any pool noodles. So this is the next best thing, some pipe insulation. And the idea is the process is to throw it out, rake it back up here on the bank, and then it will dry in the sun. It will die in the sun very quickly. And so that's what we're going to do. But this pond has a ton of good fish in it, nice bass, and just want to be able to fish it better instead of just in the open water there. So let me just set the camera up and start dragging this off and show you the difference. So the wind is really blowing in my face as I'm going to be doing this, which is good because it's blown the algae to this side of the pond. And as any that I miss, hopefully it will blow this way. Now I may not do it right away. I might have to come back later on this afternoon and kind of finish up as the wind blows more of it over here. So let me just show you what this is all about, what I'm trying to accomplish, and how this is going to work. That's a lot of algae trapped in that rake. Get it up on shore. Like I say, don't have to get this up very far because it will start to die immediately without the water as a source for it. What would be great is to have somebody on the other side start, instead of throwing it in, start it on the other side and pull it back. That would be gooder to do it that way, I think. I keep stepping on my cord. Again, a little long. I believe this is called filamentous algae. Well, as you can see, I have got the vast majority of it off. My goal today was 50% of the algae gone and 0% heart attacks. So, so far we've at least accomplished that. I'm well over 50% of the algae gone because it was almost covering that pond. What I have left is right up against the bank. I may stroke that here in a minute. I'm gonna try to do the fishing first. And stroke that out, try to get a little bit more out. I'm waiting on a wind to kind of blow it a little bit better into a clump and just make it easier. Just, easier when it's in a bigger clump. But it looks real good. Again, next spring, I'm going to start early in the spring with biologicals, which is going to be bacteria. And what it does, it just dawned on me, or after listening to some videos, it finally rang in my head that when this dies, really this is supposedly that's already dead. But when it dies, as you can tell, I have been dyeing ponds, and yes, I should not have worn shorts, and should have wore gloves. I was wearing gloves, but they just were the wrong kind of gloves. But this dead algae will sink to the bottom as soon as it starts getting cold, and then it starts to compost. Well, what feeds the algae is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, mainly phosphorus. And as this starts to decay on the bottom, this algae, it's composting. It's making compost. Well, what feeds the algae? Well, the algae that's composting. So the idea is to get the algae out. Hopefully we'll not have to do this very often. If I do it right, get my biologicals right, and get an aerator and stuff like that, then hopefully I won't have to, very seldom have to do this. But adding bacteria to eat up the compost that is going to become right there, that algae, and to will just help clean it out, clean out what's called the muck, just the compost on the bottom of the pond. And adding also pond dye, which I've already done on this one, we'll do next spring again. The pond dye keeps the sunlight from penetrating down into the pond and onto the algae. Sunlight helps things grow, right? You're a farmer, a gardener, you know that. Got to have sunlight. Well, so does the algae. Now, if you can block it some with pond dye, then you can prevent or at least discourage algae growth, and then discourage all that mess right there and not have to do that again. Also, aeration. You have to be careful with aeration. You can't just throw a bubbler in and just let it run, because it can kill your fish. You got to do it a little bit at a time, and there's people that talk about that a lot. I'm not familiar with it, don't have one yet, but I will be getting an aerator. I'll show you all that in the spring, but just want to show you we have about 75% of it gone, and we have 0 heart attacks. So that's kind of what we're shooting for. I'm gonna do a little fishing now, and I'm gonna let you go, and you just have a good one, and we're gone.